Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you here today. I'm sitting here. I am home from the Click wedding. We are looking forward to Click Vegas for WrestleMania 41. I can tell you that honestly, today I accidentally talked to Ravi, who hasn't left to go on his honeymoon yet, but my dog was so excited when I got home, he jumped on my phone and it called Ravi. I hung up as fast as I could, but he still was able to see that the call went through, so he called me thinking that like something was going on. But yeah, he just checked in really fast. But really fun. And like as I made a video when I was driving home from work today, talking about the Hell in the Cell match that's gonna be coming up at Bad Blood, and talked about how I'm really trying to really invest in wrestling. If we're going to pay a lot of money to go on this WrestleMania trip to go to Las Vegas, we have a room. We've got an idea on what flights are going to be. Tickets got to be going on sale, honestly, sooner than later. Probably in that October to November. WrestleMania is a little bit later this year, so maybe they might change it up. But you got to be thinking that they want to get their hands on that money, honestly, as soon as they can, to be doing this, that, and the other. But the question has always been kind of thrown up there, like, what is Raw going to do? Because their deal with NBC/USA for Monday Night Raw expires in October, and their new deal doesn't start with Netflix until January. Today we found out that WWE and NBC/USA worked out a deal where WWE Monday Night Raw will live on until the end of the year with USA. And one of the best things that's been named of it is that Raw is going back to 2 hours from 8 to 10. So it's honestly even going to be on the earlier than what it used to be. I can remember being at the zoo when I saw the news that USA had asked WWE to take Monday Night Raw to 3 hours. I can remember making the zoo, the video in the zoo, talking about how this was going to be the death of WWE. It was going to be the death of Monday Night Raw. I remember those early 3-hour extravaganzas where Monday Night Raw was 3 hours out of like, a special to sort of like, boost a rating, maybe to make it feel more special, maybe to sell ads at a higher rate or something like that. That people were going to join in. I remember the Raw where it was like just about The Rock. I believe it was like The Rock's birthday in Miami. That Monday Night Raw felt like an eternity. And I was like, if that Raw was supposed to be special for The Rock to come out at the end, and I think they had like Pitbull come out there or something like that, or maybe it was some other sort of artist who I didn't know who they were. That's how I remember it, at least it was. But if that was supposed to be a special Monday Night Raw, what is an average Monday Night Raw going to be in like the month of like June or July when they're just, dying to get to SummerSlam? A lot of people, they come in for that kind of like Royal Rumble to WrestleMania feel. They come in for that each and every year thinking those Raws are going to be must-see. Now, each and every Raw, they're going to have an extra hour of Santino Marella and Ryback matches. Like, it just didn't really make sense. WWE has been knocking it out of the park as of late. Honestly, since sort of like the Triple H era has started, we've seen the way that each and every like pay-per-view is kind of like must-see. They don't really care about every single person on the roster getting on the show. It's only the matches that make the most sense. They sort of have this thing where it's going to be 2.5 hours long. It's going to be 5 matches. They're going to get you in, they're going to get you out, and you're going to care about wrestling more than when they sat you down. I think that this is some of the best news that WWE has given us in a long time. I still have a lot of questions about the upcoming Netflix deal. Um, is there going to be commercials on Raw? Is there just going to be ad product placement during Raw when it goes to Netflix? I've heard it's going to be 3 hours. Are they going to get the network after a year when the deal with Peacock is done? Are they going to have all the old shows? Are they going to have all the old pay-per-views? Are they going to have all the old specials, documentaries, this, that, and the other to add to the Netflix library, which I think would really help them out substantially if they're going to be having the Monday Night Raw show on there. So I still really don't know. I've listened to a lot of videos that people talk about it, from average Joes like me and you, from like the Dave Meltzers of the world, and they all kind of seem like they have the answers, but at the same time, it's a lot of we'll have to see and find out. So I can tell you, as of right now, I'm glad that I've held on to my DVDs. I've held on to them this long. I moved them into a storage bin in my garage, but I still have all of like my special DVDs up on my shelf, as well as like the collections that I've bought recently, where people have gone through and put like all of the Coliseum home videos on documentary. So we'll have to see. But as we're getting closer to WrestleMania, as we get there, I don't want to be the guy that just watches the pay-per-views. I want to be somebody who like is really invested in what's going on, so I can tell like what the story is, not just there are two dudes out there going out there to have a match. And I've watched Brian Alvarez talk about it on an Observer clip, and I'm ready to go. So 2 hours of Raw. Let's roll.